I've got something you'll be interested in. Those performance upgrades we discussed after the last race. They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
Yo guys, what's going on and welcome back to another video. As you can see, we got our new performance upgrade, our drag reduction for the Austrian Grand Prix, part number 9 of my F1 2016 career mode. Now, last time out really didn't go to plan. I think the less said about it, the better. Here are our resource points for practice in Austria. You know what, let's just not talk about last race and go straight into qualifying for the Austrian Grand Prix.
Thanks for joining us on this Saturday afternoon where qualifying is about to start here in Austria. So sit back and enjoy the afternoon session. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
The teams will have arrived with all manner of parts designed to capitalise on the long straights. The cars will be that much harder to drive in the corners, but everyone will be in the same boat.
So here is qualifying 1 of the Australian Grand Prix. We only just managed to scrape through in Q1. I will show you where my position is if I scroll down eventually. There we go. I get P16 just getting through to Q2. So hopefully we can find a bit more pace. But let's go and see what happens in Q2. Here are the Q2 results. And we do not make it in to Q3. We get P13 on the grid. Not too bad a qualifying. I mean, we're just outside the top 10. So we could be in a worse place. But let's go see what my team think of my performance. Here are the resource points for qualifying. I don't really know what upgrade I'm going to go for next. I feel like I might go for another engine upgrade or a chassis weight upgrade next. Depends what I can afford first. But here's our rivalry update against Daniel Kvyat. Toro Rosso are just unbelievably quick. I think they're like the 4th fastest car at the moment. So I find it very difficult to beat him. The team are not happy with our performance. But let's go to the race.
What a beautiful backdrop to a motor race. We're here in the Styrian Mountains, of course, and they've watched over some cracking races throughout the history of this Grand Prix. Controversy, of course, think back to 2002, but also great joy. Do you remember Niki Lauda's historic home victory in 1984? The Red Bull Ring then, 700 metres above sea level. This tough circuit may only have 9 corners, but they're fast and they're bumpy. It's a true test for any racing driver. We have 2 DRS zones and watch out for overtakes into turn 2 as the uphill entry helps those trying to be the last of the late breakers steam up the inside. Anthony Davidson joins me to talk you through the action here today at what is quite an unusual racetrack, wouldn't you say, Ant?
Yeah, it's quite an odd layout around here. The thing about Austria is that it's a harder circuit to master than what really meets the eye. On top of that, it's a low grip surface, and that means that your small mistakes end up being punished, and it's very easy to slide wide into the runoff area and lose a huge chunk of time. Luckily, because it's such a short circuit though, you have plenty of opportunities to perfect the lap.
Not a great starting position for us, but hopefully we can improve the situation throughout the race.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Nico Rosberg completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo, and Verstappen, Kvyat, Sainz, Gutierrez, and Sergio Perez, Bottas, Massa, a Force India, and Alonso, Grosjean, Magnussen, Pascal Wehrlein, and Jenson Button, Ericsson, and Nasser, Rio Haryanto, and Jolyon Palmer rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here's our race strategy. We start on the super soft tyres, going on to the ultra soft, but as you can see, it's going to rain at the end of the race, so maybe that'll play in to our advantage if we time it right. Okay, here we are on the grid. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix. We get a fantastic start compared to the Williams. We get Felipe Massa off the line. We're going to go for the outside line, trying to get Perez. And are we going to do it? Try not to run into the back of the Haas. Bottas gets a very poor exit. We actually get held up by, I think that's Gutierrez in front of us. Bottas side by side of us. We're going to try running outside at turn 2 if we can't get him before then. We're going to get boxed in a bit by the Haas car. This Haas car's really getting in the way. Down the inside of Gutierrez and maybe even Sainz. Bit of contact there. Bottas getting a poor exit. We're going to try and get him with the help of the Mercedes powered engine. Squeeze him off the track a bit. We leave him room. We do take P9 off him. Coming down to turn 3. Bottas gets us under braking. We're going to try to hold around the outside. We go into the grass a bit, which compromises our exit. So Bottas really does not want to give up this position. We're actually under threat from Gutierrez now, as there's a bit of contact. And I think we spun him out there. Yes, we did. And Gutierrez gets absolutely demolished as the safety car is deployed. Here is the replay from Gutierrez's point of view. Side pod glitch. I don't think that was my fault, but as you can see, he just gets absolutely destroyed. So it only took a couple corners for the virtual safety car to end. As you can see, we had the slipstream of Bottas. We dive his inside into, I'm not sure what corner this is. I think that's turn 3, I want to say. Up into P9 finally. Now we're onto the back of Max Verstappen with the help of DRS. He does not have the straight line speed. We're going to go up the inside of him into turn 1. And the Toro Rosso is getting a very, very poor exit. We go straight up their inside and we take P6 off them. Onto lap 4 now, coming across the line to start lap 5. We go up to P5 due to pit stops. And this is where our strategy really pays off, being on the harder compound tyre. On to lap 6 now. More cars are pitting, obviously on the ultra soft. We go up to P3. And on to lap 7 now. We move up into P2. We could potentially... We are in a very strong position to get some decent points at this track. Now, come on to lap 8. We are going to be leading the Austrian Grand Prix. We're coming on to lap 10 now. As you can see, the clouds have started to form. It actually started to rain ever so slightly, so I decided to go for the intermediate tyres, go for the one stop. And there was a very scruffy pit entrance. But we have timed this to perfection. Braking for the line. I was very cautious, didn't want to get a penalty. But we're going to go for the intermediate tyres, and we will have the right tyres compared to the AI cars. We could potentially get a podium place here. So we're going to come out in P4, just behind the Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton, Magnussen and Alonso. And you can see the pace difference already. Even just one straight, they are struggling. We're going to dive up the inside of them, try and get through them as quickly as possible. We go very, very quick and run deep into turn 2. And Kevin Magnussen gets back at us for P3. Later on in the lap, you can just see how slowly Kevin Magnussen is going on the wrong tyre. We easily get the overtake on him, and we move up into P2. Come around the final corner of lap 11. Kimi Raikkonen pits for Inters, and we're going to be leading this race in a position for the win. We're going to have about a 15-second gap to Kimi Raikkonen. Can we hold it until the end? Yes, we can, as we come around the penultimate corner and the final corner, the Austrian Grand Prix in the wet. The one stop paid off. We're going to come home and win our first race for Force India. So there you go, guys. We are race winners in our first season with Force India. The one stop paid off. A fantastic strategy call from me. Supersofts to the Inters was a race win. And after some disappointing results in the early part of the season, that is just a fantastic result. In the drivers, we move up to P7, getting our first win of the season, past Daniel Kvyat, past Valtteri Bottas, past Carlos Sainz. In the constructors, Force India move up past Williams and up in the 5th place. Here are the resource points for the race. Surely our team has got to be happy with us. Surely we are going to take the lead on Daniel Kvyat in the rivalry. Here is the rivalry. What is it going to... Okay, maybe we won't be leading because I didn't realise the lead was that big. Oh, crap. Okay, maybe we won't be beating Daniel Kvyat in the next couple races. Here's what the team think of our performance. Surely we're going to move up back into the purple. We're going to move up to 8 points, which is just below overachieving. So there you go, guys. That is our first race win of our career. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, remember to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new around here. And until next time, guys, see ya.